Barcelona ahead. Vinicius, oh, what a goal! And Lewandowski waiting in the middle. Barcelona are running away with this.
Valverde!
Almost out of nowhere.
Modric! It's another masterclass.
It's a goal by Marcos Alonso.
It's Benzema for another one. Of course he scores.
A first leg lead. Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1.
Welcome back. Barcelona and Real Madrid preparing to go head-to-head at Camp Nou in the second leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final, which hangs in the balance after Xavi's side won the first leg 1-0. Guillaume, Xavi saying, though, he still believes Real Madrid are the favourites. Given the score line, do you agree with him?
He's trying to push a little bit of pressure towards Real Madrid, perhaps, but in any case, what you've got is a Barcelona that, the way he's going to line up, you're going to see they're going to be a tiny bit cautious. They won't risk a huge amount. And a Real Madrid that's really offensive. They do feel that they actually have to go and win this, not as Ancelotti was saying, just to see what happens in 90 minutes. Good performance. He's put the most offensive side that he can find.
They have to go for it, Real Madrid, as Guillaume says, Michael. They are 1-0 down. How do you think they approach this?
Well, I was interested to hear Carlo Ancelotti in the press conference saying we're not going to go gung-ho at all. We're going to play our normal game. And I think that's the right way. There's plenty of time. You know, if you need to panic at the end and throw bodies forward, then you can do that. But to start the game, don't give it away. Stay in the game. And I think Ancelotti's too experienced not to, or to do anything stupid, I should say. You know, inevitably, the two men that I'm looking at tonight, Lewandowski, Benzema, I mean, absolute world-class talents. Scored 5 goals between them at the weekend, Linz. I mean, it's they just continue to defy all belief, really, at their age, and they're almost getting better and better and better. So, I mean, a great game, a great game. We love watching this type of game, and it's quite in the balance, I think.
It is. It was a 7-minute hat-trick for Benzema at the weekend, wasn't it? Just finding form, do you think, at exactly the right time when they need him?
Well, Real Madrid tend to do that, don't they? Towards the end of the season, they also start to find some good form when the prizes are handed out, and they've got a history of doing that, and that's why the Real Madrid... I mean, they had no right to win the Premier League... the Champions League last season. They were dead and buried in 2-3 ties. And they come out and eventually they win it, and you just can't write them off, especially in a fixture like this.
It's in games like this that you see that Real Madrid seem to find the best version. They love, don't you? You used to love these kind of games. And yes, you're right. It's like, what time is it? April. Let's wake up and let's go and win. And they do that. Yeah, let's turn it on.
And of course, they know Barca have got key injuries in their side as well. Of all the players they have missing, Pedri, Dembele, De Jong, Christensen, who do you think they're going to miss the most?
Pedri, no doubt about it. Pedri is the most quality they've got on the squad. And after Pedri, there is not a huge amount. This is the guy that will get the ball in between the lines, in the last third, will have even though it looks slow in how he does things, he will find a pass or a moment that will give you the brilliance you need. So he will be missed, but they've done well without him as well.
Well, they're getting ready to go over in Spain for the 3rd time in just over a month. Barcelona meet Real Madrid with a place in the Copa del Rey final at stake. Can the Catalans complete a Classico clean sweep to book a date with Osasuna in the final? Glenn Hoddle and Paul Dempsey, your commentators for this one.
Lindsay, thank you very much. Very good evening, everybody. The awe-inspiring anthem remains. And that just gets everybody in the mood even more tonight. For Barca, 4 clean sheets in 5, a run which started for Marc-Andre ter Stegen in the first leg on March the 2nd. An own goal got past him in the La Liga showdown. Christensen and De Jong are ruled out tonight. Balde, Kessie, Busquets and Rafinha return to the side that kept up the title charge against Elche. Robert Lewandowski has now got 27 in all competitions, 2 at the weekend. All that with Dembele and Pedri still longer-term absentees. Juan Martinez Munuera takes charge tonight. Jose Luis Gonzalez leading the VAR team. Real Madrid. David Alaba returned against Real Valladolid on Sunday, played 70 minutes. Antonio Rudiger's only on the bench tonight. Eduardo Camavinga, we believe, will fill in at left back again. Luka Modric and Fede Valverde return further forward. And Barca don't need telling. Beware Benzema. He rattled in that 7-minute hat-trick against Valladolid in a 6-0 win. Heroes everywhere, including this young man, cerebral palsy victim who's just completed a marathon. And I think we could see where his real loyalties lie tonight. But Real Madrid doing the right thing, standing honourably while the Barca anthem rang out. There is to be no awe-inspiring Champions League showdown for Barca this springtime. Pretty soon, no more of the old awe-inspiring stadium either. Further confirmation of what we knew perhaps even 3 years back, that it really has been the end of one era. Real Madrid miles ahead with their stadium rebuild, winning the title and yet again the Champions League last season. Not long ago, Barca seemed beaten both at the bank and on the field. We should have known better. A magnificent march. They've bounced clear in La Liga and they have the advantage as we get going in this second leg. Confidence must be high, Glenn, but the last thing you said to me before we came on the air, it's still Real Madrid and they win when they're not meant to.
Yeah, they love the big games, don't they? And this is a big game for them. They've got to make sure that they don't concede early. I think that would be a big shock to them. They'll be nice and tight. I think Ancelotti said they were not going to go gung-ho from the first minute, but they'll try and contain and take the pace and take the rhythm into this game and control this game. I think that's what they'll be looking to do. Take the ball away from Barca, and Barca will have to play on the counter.
Alaba leaves it to Kroos. And Barca can leave well alone there. Koundé looks like he's going to play it right back for Xavi. He's got so many options across this back line. And the other thing you and I discussed, how has he actually put this back line together so effectively?
Well, that's the thing. You think of Xavi, of a creator going forward, a midfield player, but they're a side that don't concede goals. I mean, they may have possession of the ball most of the game, in a lot of the La Liga games, but this will be a slightly bit different. I feel that Real Madrid are the ones that are going to have possession.
And now Araujo out on the right. Maybe we were right first time. Out on the left side and picking it out of the light so well. Gavi. What a clearance that was. Camavinga, the unaccustomed Real Madrid left back, but he was needed there. A lightning break from Barca.
Yeah, that's what they've got to look for, that little counter-attack, and Gavi showing all the skills that he's got there. Look, they get in behind there, puts another great ball in there, and Camavinga, great defending on the cover there. You don't really see him play left-back that often. He's normally in the centre of midfield, hasn't he, this season when you've seen him for Madrid, but gets round on the cover tremendously well, keeps it away with his left foot.
Rafinha's corner. Busquets. Full of belief here, Barca, with every reason. That seemed to be on the upper body, let's put it like that. Gavi's leading the protest. The referee seemed to indicate chest or stomach.
I think it is arm, actually, but it's whether his arm's really sort of away from his body. If he's tucked it in close to his body, the referee's saying no, and VAR look like they've made a very quick decision there. I mean, look, he's trying to pull the ball back there. Yeah, he can't get his arm out of the way. He's sliding in to make the slide tackle there. Alba, and he just cannot get his arm out of the way. That's the correct decision. Although it has hit his arm, you can't give penalties for that.
Penalty tonight for Real Madrid, not turning this around. Basically is a forlorn chase in La Liga, with Barca having the title in their sights already, and it will all be on the UEFA Champions League yet again for them. The 2 wins in the last month for Barca over Real Madrid, really tipping the scales in their favour in this eternal rivalry. This is the 254th Classico meeting in all competitions, and they're neck and neck pretty much in terms of wins.
That's incredible, isn't it? The amount of games and 2 massive clubs with, when you think of the history and the players that have played for them through the years, incredible. And those fans in that stadium, whether it was in the first leg or this leg now, you know, so passionate. They're the team, they want to beat each other, and it will remain like that for an eternity.
"31 Copa del Rey victories for Barcelona. That is the record in Spanish football. Real Madrid on 19. And Barca tonight seeking to close the deal to make their 43rd final. And that is 3 clear of Real Madrid.
Yeah, a clever little turn there from Vinicius. Facing his own goal. He's got that ability, hasn't he? Look, really sharp, gets turned and then he gets brought down. Rojo just clips him there. He's done him a kipper there. He's gone right round him quickly. He's got the acceleration to get away. He just catches him there, and I think he knows what he's doing there. It's going to be a real battle this evening.
Had a little go at that position for France in the last international round of games as well. Then it's another good win by Rafinha. Lewandowski. We knew the storm would come with Lewandowski. It just took a while to brew up, but what a performance from him this season.
Yeah, it took a little time to settle. It does, you know, you go to a big club like Barca, although he's come from Bayern, it just takes a time for maybe the family to settle, to get used to this rhythm of the game and the different teammates, but now he's back to his very best, isn't he?
Camavinga's down. Our turn to win, apparently, is how Ancelotti signed off yesterday before heading to Barcelona.
I think in his press conference there, Michael alluded to it. They're not going to go out and try and get this goal back. They've got 90 minutes, maybe plus, to get back in this game. You know, they'll take their time. They'll try and keep the rhythm of the game their way. Modric, we haven't seen him on the ball yet, Modric, but he's the one really that dictates the tempo of a game, let alone Real Madrid. Let's have a little look here. There's no one near him there, and he's just played it, and that's when you worry as a manager. You think, oh, no opposition near him, no physical clash. He might have just tweaked a groin or a hip.
I think the thumb up suggests he might be able to continue.
Yeah, it was a very strange one, wasn't it? I mean, he just passed the ball. He'd done that a million times in his career so far, but just passes it back to the keeper and just to tweak something.
We've got Rudiger getting ready just in case. Right now it's Rodrigo filling in for Camavinga. Koundé. Camavinga okay to continue.
He sneaked back on pretty quick there, Paul, didn't he? I think he's limping a little bit though. He wasn't happy there. He's just knocked the ball off into the midfield and he's just hobbling a wee bit. See how he is. He's going for that tackle. Looks okay. Looks okay.
Mind you, if needed tonight. They've got Nacho, he's played in one or two of these. Lewandowski gets a piece of it, goes after Camavinga. Outstanding from Araujo there. Here's Rafinha. They look a confident outfit at the moment, Barcelona, and with good reason. Marcos Alonso. Sergio Roberto hoping to direct the traffic. What's your intuitive reading of how they'll try to play across the middle tonight, Glenn, with Sergio Roberto and Busquets in there with Kessie?
Yeah, you'd imagine that Roberto will go a little bit tighter with Busquets there, make it a little bit of a screen in front of the two centre-backs and let Kessie go a little bit more advanced position to support the front men.
He does like a goal now and then.
He arrives in the penalty area, he times his runs really well, so why would you make him play deeper? That's the position he needs to play tonight.
Still some concern for Camavinga. Kessie, one might argue, with the key goal of the entire La Liga season. So late against Real Madrid recently. Gavi directing play brilliantly. So far he's got it back, lays it off. Tame shot in the end. Courtois was able to drop on it. Carvajal was there to help him out. But Real Madrid are having to deal with a lot of issues across their penalty box. And nothing doing the other way as they try to break out. Now a card for Sergio Roberto.
Yeah, it's Barca, isn't it, that's come out the traps quick. They're looking to go for the throat and get the second goal and go 2-0 up aggregate here. And they've done decent defending. You can't say that it was composed defending, Real Madrid. They've got away with it at the moment. I think better finishing, and they may have had this goal that they've come out in the early stages to try and get. Just a little bit late there. Because Gavi just catches Carvajal, doesn't he? Goes down early, takes the ball. This is the chance. Little overload here. Balde comes around the outside. This is the chance. He just couldn't move his feet quick enough there.
Sergio Roberto.
Yeah, I think it was Roberto. He's got himself forward, isn't he? In advance of Kessie in many ways, but just couldn't get his feet sorted out to get his position right, to get any power.
Who got the leveller against Real Madrid after the early own goal just before the international break. Araujo put through his own net. Real Madrid, well, that is superlative covering by Araujo. What a ball into the path of Vinicius Junior here.
Yeah, it was a fabulous ball across, wasn't it? Similar to the goal in the Champions League final against Liverpool. But this time Araujo was switched on. He's got back and made a fantastic defend. Look at him, he's tucked in, he's looking for the ball. Now he's getting goal side. He's fighting and fighting. That is tremendous defending, it really is. Vinicius, his eyes have lit up. It's a lovely little ball. Look, he's had a little glance there. He's delivered it beautifully across the 6-yard box, but fabulous defending, it really is. Takes a whack on the post for his good work. And he gets the goal kick as well.
That's the price of keeping clean sheets very often, though, isn't it? Well, keeping players of that quality out.
Yeah, I mean, it was out. He saw the danger very quickly. The ball was developing on the opposite side of the pitch, and that's what you've got to do as a fullback. Get round on the cover as quick as you can.
Powerfully done by Kessie. Not quite so precise from Balde joining in. All too keen to join in sometimes. Here's Benzema. Real Madrid beginning to pick up the tempo a little bit. Luka Modric joins in. Vinicius Junior. Kroos. Dani Carvajal. Rodrigo. Not quite for Carvajal.
See the best move that Real Madrid have put together there, and it was Modric that's on the ball. They've got to get him on the ball a little bit more, the wee man. They really have. I haven't seen him in the game.
Moved forward by Araujo. By Alaba. Got 70 minutes under his belt at the weekend. Lewandowski. Kessie, quite a dainty touch from him. Releasing Balde again. They've made a lot of headway down their left, Barcelona, early on tonight. Rafinha, sharp little run inside. It's straight at Courtois, but what a sharp move all round it was, Glenn.
Yeah, they changed that play from right to left again. Balde's had a lot of space, isn't he? Rodrigo's not tracking him back at all, and 3 or 4 times already, with 14 minutes gone, they've got him down that left side, and it was poor defending as well from the 2 centre-backs from Madrid. It's they've got to get some possession of the ball. They haven't had enough of the ball at the moment. They've got to take the sting out of Barcelona's game.
On the angle for Benzema, but not enough weight on it. Over to Sergio Roberto. Ter Stegen. Rafinha. Kessie. No free kick. Fairly won back. Might not surprise people to know there's 1 or 2 little arguments breaking out here.
I think Xavi's just been booked, has he? I think you'll find he might have just been booked there. The referee just went over and just saw him putting his yellow card back in his pocket. Whether he was warning him, I'm not so sure, but maybe we can find that out. He's just put his foot in front of the ball. And Kessie's actually connected with Vinicius, I think it is there. So Vinicius just gets there first. There's the other little nibble there. That's a good tackle. Yeah, I thought so, yeah. And the yellow card comes out for Xavi.
Morisande, the 4th official, got the afters there, didn't he?
It's so interesting. Xavi, all these years playing as a player, he would have looked over at the management just as we watch this ball players offside. He'd have looked over and said, why do they get so excited? Now he's in that technical area. He knows what.
Glenn, with every respect, the words poacher and gamekeeper come to mind in this sentence, Glenn.
Absolutely, Paul, absolutely. Veered offside, just gone a little bit, got the timing wrong. To be fair, Barca just held that line late, didn't they? Took a slight risk.
Sergio Roberto. So Barca have 2 yellows, 1 for the coach and 1 for Sergio Roberto early on, but they are playing pretty well again. Rafinha. Busquets. Marcos Alonso out early. Dale Balde, and into the box he goes with confidence. Rodrigo doing the defending.
Just a little period here where the referee's got to get hold of this game. Yeah, he's doing a good job there, just bringing the 2 players together. You know, it could go up. It's just a little grab there from Gavi and a little bit of afters going on there. And I think he sensed that, the ref. He did well. He got himself over quickly just to cool things down.
Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. That is Gavi working back. Point made in our studio tonight pre-game, how determined they are in that aspect of play in this, I'm going to say, new era, because it's starting to feel like a new era. Dani Carvajal. A tight situation for Real Madrid tonight. But if ever there was a club that put a patent on crisis management in football matches, it is the eternal rivals of Barcelona. Only one goal in it.
Real Madrid really finding it hard to put a good press on this Barcelona side. They seem to have a spare man. Every player on the ball looks up, and there's a Barcelona player spare, and they're trying to press here. This is a little bit better. Real Madrid, they've gone together.
The Barca play around it. And Lewandowski wanted the ball played out in front of him. The other option was wide right. Rafinha bounces away from him slightly. Camavinga's trying to try and close him down and keep him there. And in that respect, he achieved his objectives, for now at least.
Yeah, you just see him trying to press there, but Barcelona's play was too good. They get out, switch the switch of play from right to left, left to right. It's been really, really good from Barcelona tonight.
Day. Marcos Alonso. Rafinha again. Camavinga equal to him again. Modric just glided it forward, but he's closed down.
Interesting little battle here, out here in the left back position. Camavinga up against Rafinha, and there's the little handball off Modric, but goes Real Madrid's way. But no, it's a little battle there, and at the moment, Camavinga, you've got to say, is coming out on top after 20-odd minutes.
Busquets. Now they go early and long on the angle. Lewandowski. Militao was a long way from home there, but he got it done. Real Madrid, of course, won the first meeting of the season 3-1 in the Bernabeu in La Liga, but Barca won the last three now. 3-1 in the Spanish Supercopa. 1-0 first leg lead in this competition. The 2-1 La Liga victory here, 3 weeks ago. I think it's showing the way they've started here tonight, Glenn, as well.
Yeah, a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in the Barca camp. Just see Lewandowski there really working hard to earn his team a corner, and Militao thought he was fouled, but not really. Got to do better.
Rafinha to take it. Not a very good one, actually. Cruz put his head on it. Only out as far as Busquets. Back where it started with Rafinha. Carvajal can't stop the cross from coming in. Great leap by Eder Militao. Ancelotti said about Militao before the first leg, Glenn, the kid has got absolutely everything. There he is, recovering. And he's got a great attitude to match. The only problem is that he really thinks he's the best looking guy in the dressing room, and he's not. You had a few players like that, didn't you?
He certainly started this game efficiently, isn't he? Doing his job. It was a great leap there off the cross from Rafinha.
Vinicius Junior. Ter Stegen sees it coming all the way. Luka Modric volleyed it rather than try to chip the goalkeeper. Another great jump by Eder Militao. Valverde gives it to Kroos. Rodrigo. Modric. Carvajal, first time. Great ball, and Ter Stegen stayed very cool indeed. What a run it was.
That was a fabulous pass, first time ball there. Rodrigo goes in there. I think he's hoping, he's not sure whether it's going to be played. Look, first time, fantastic pass. And you can't play offside of first time passes like that. It was inches away.
Marcos Alonso stops Real Madrid on the edge of the box. Glenn, in that little passage there, did you think for a half a second that Busquets and Sergio Roberto left it to each other to track him?
Well, they did, but I don't think they were expecting the first-time pass from the right back. You know, Carvajal is not known to hit them type of passes. If it was Modric, you perhaps would have been ready on your toes to track someone. But Rodrigo made the run, and suddenly the ball was in behind before they knew it. Even the centre-backs for Barcelona were caught out. It's just a little bit, an inch too far, but fabulous bit of play.
Rodrigo's 150th appearance tonight for Real Madrid. Not casting the shadow of Vinicius Junior, but little by little building his career. As Rafinha is doing here at Barcelona. Well played, Camavinga.
Yeah, he won again. He read the situation. He thought, he knew the nutmegs was coming and closed his legs.
This is Vinny Junior. Going to go back for the free kick, a few yards. Finish Junior and Gavi on yellows after that. They're not giving the referee options sometimes, Glenn, are they? If you walk away, maybe you might get away with some of this stuff.
No, it's. I said earlier, about 5 minutes ago, that the referee's trying to clamp down on it. You can just sense it. I mean, most of these Classicos are, you know, they're high pitched. There's a lot at stake, a lot of passion, ego in many ways, and the fans, home fans, will get behind them. Look, there's no reason for that. Vinicius is just getting involved. The young man, 18 years of age, Gavi, responds, and they've both been booked, and they've got a long way to go here. I mean, at this moment in time, you sense what team is going to get a player sent off. They've got to watch themselves now. Now they've been booked with a yellow card.
There's enough space out there already, even at 11 against 11. Ale Balde.
That's very true. After playing there a few times, it's a big pitch. One of the biggest pitches you'll ever play on.
I hope they keep that element to the new stadium. Work is soon set to start here. I know it has to be done, but there's never been a place like it for me. Breaking up the play pretty effectively. Here's Gavi for Barca.
That's exactly what they've done really well, Barcelona. They've put pressure on Real Madrid and they've won the ball back too quickly. Madrid have been a little bit lax in their passing. They've given the ball away too easily, but made it easy for Barcelona. But they keep winning the ball back. Most of the game's been played in Real Madrid's half, and I thought it was going to be the other way around. I've got to say, I thought Real Madrid would control the ball.
We caught a little glimpse of Fede Valverde there. He's hardly had a touch of the ball so far tonight.
Exactly. Valverde, Modric not been on the ball enough. You know, even Kroos. The midfield at the moment needs to engage, and it needs to start to dictate the game for Real Madrid. If not, they're going to concede one.
Lewandowski just getting across Eder Militao, almost to taunt him into a challenge there. Lewandowski again. Kroos stopped him, but there's really no stopping. Either way, it's very intense. Step back, gentlemen.
Yes.
Well, we've got huge entertainment right through the Easter weekend on BT Sport. So much great live football. Serie A match day 29 starts on Good Friday. Inter against Salernitana first up. Manchester United against Everton in the Premier League on Saturday morning. The action continues right through the weekend. Kessie, beautifully played. Balde again, first time cross from him, this time not a great header by Camavinga. Space is here, Rafinha, and Lewandowski was already lining up the shot.
It was, I think Rafinha takes a touch, and I think if he'd have left it, Lewandowski was on his own. I think he'd have taken the shot, Paul, but just didn't communicate with each other there. It was a real good opportunity for Barca.
Rafinha again. Taunting cries beginning to ring around the vast bowl here. Maybe we should remind everybody it's still only 1-0 in their favour on aggregate. Vini Junior bowled over by Araujo.
Yeah, he cuts across him well there, Vinicius. He knows what he's doing. Just leans into him, takes the knock that he's wanting. I don't like to see that when players are saying to the referee, booking. I don't like to see that.
As you said, Glenn, there's a lot of footballers out there with big egos. There's the young sorcerer, Gavi, to Rafinha. Now Carlo Ancelotti's having a go at the fourth official. In his own understated way. I must say they played a lot better in this first half than they did in the first leg last Saturday when Real Madrid really came onto them early on. Now they're the side at home getting that extra little bit of pace into their attacking play. Gavi trying to stop it at Militao right on his own goal line. They've got to find a pass or two to get out. They found the first one to Modric. The master plays it on. Vinicius Junior. Carvajal has made a gallop forward. Benzema, another who's hardly touched it so far tonight. Rafinha knew what he was doing and the referee knew what he was doing as well, and on we go. Toni Kroos, Benzema pulling away. Perfectly done by Ter Stegen.
Yeah, that's the best bit of play by a mile Real Madrid have put together there on the break. But I think I'm with the referee. I don't think it was a foul. Rafinha in the corner there's looking for it. Look, it goes down far too easy. Far too easy. Well done, referee. Play on. And in the end, they have half a chance, don't they? Benzema, just that great bit of movement off the back there, pulls away, just couldn't get enough on it to get it back in the middle there to his teammate. But the best bit of play Real Madrid have had all evening.
Lewandowski's down.
Yeah, Militao's come from straight through the back. I mean, he's done a great job there. Lewandowski's held his ground. The ball's coming. He's just held his ground. He knows what he's doing. Look, he's stopped. And he's allowed the defender to come into him and make the foul. Okay, it's a painful one in the back, but he knew exactly what he was doing. He was on a bit of a hiding to nothing to that ball. Straight ball coming up and a defender coming down the back of you, and clever play from Lewandowski.
As you are aware, no UEFA Champions League showdown this springtime here for Barcelona, but the show goes on without them. Manchester City and Bayern Munich set to meet on Tuesday evening on BT Sport 1. Real Madrid will host Chelsea on Wednesday evening. All the ties, of course, are live right through the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on BT Sport. When one thinks of the discord everywhere, what, 2 years ago, the exits from the Champions League, the monumental problems the clubs faced.
Just showing this, the handball, it's hit his arm, isn't it? Alba's arm, but you're making a slide tackle. Where are you meant to put your arms? That's unintentional. There's no chance of that, I think, being a penalty. If that's a penalty, then I think we've got a problem in the game. I really do.
There have been one or two little issues in that area over the last few years, but that is correct, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I've seen penalties given for that, but I think that's ludicrous. I really do.
For all the good play, still not a lot for Courtois to have to deal with in goal for Real Madrid. That's a plus for the visitors tonight. Kessie. It's just that Barca are looking so much more threatening. Here's Gavi into space. Valverde didn't go with him. Grateful for Alaba there. Kroos has found a pass to Valverde. Carvajal. Down, behind, outplayed on so many big nights, but it doesn't seem to matter if you're Real Madrid.
That's a very good point, Paul. We've seen that last year so many times in that Champions League.
And they've worked it nicely. Camavinga went forward. Vinicius Junior not quite able to get on the end of it. Modric starting to pull a few strings now. Kroos out to Carvajal, who's high up the field. Valverde. 4 in the box for Real Madrid. That box that Barcelona are defending so determinedly week in, week out. Crowd again trying to play its part. Rafinha playing his part. Well, now, a lot of the Barca players are turning round to each other and going, well done, well done.
Well, it's a good shape that they've got there. The back four are nice and tight, and they've got a screen. The two midfield players screen the centre-backs, as we spoke about earlier. And it's very difficult for them to penetrate. It's a big pitch, as I've alluded to, and they're making it small when the opponents have got the ball, be it whoever they're playing against. It's Real Madrid tonight, but Real Madrid are a side that can play in just sort of 5-minute spells, because they've got experienced players and they've got aging players to a certain degree. They can't do it for 90 minutes anymore, but they have these spells, and that's how they got through in the Champions League last year. And you're looking at this performance, they'll have a spell when they just turn it up a little bit, and it's then that Benzema comes alive normally and scores the goals.
Be a real mood changer, wouldn't it, if they got one before half-time, Glenn? Benzema through the middle, the ball didn't come for him. He was onto the shoulder of Marcos Alonso there.
Yeah, he's annoyed. He made a fabulous run. He really did, but Carvajal didn't see him.
Vinicius Junior angling it in. Ter Stegen can watch that to safety. A little better from his team. Araujo takes it on the full. Lewandowski's pulled way out to the left. Alibalde gives it to him. Gavi through the middle. Rafinha holding his position. Gavi almost. Balde stopped by Valverde. %39% of the ball for Real Madrid. Not unusual, not on likes like this anyway. They don't care about that. A little bit of a giveaway. Modric. Kroos. Carvajal. Valverde. Laid off by Benzema. Karim Benzema again. The centre-backs close the door between them. Eder Militao comes onto it and drives on. First time in the game, perhaps, Glenn, that they're exerting a little bit of true authority now, Real Madrid.
Yeah, they're making Barcelona work hard now to press. People are having to come out of positions, but that back four hasn't moved, though, from Barca. They just stay on that 18-yard box and keep with their men. That's the little balls that they're forcing Madrid to play, the little eye of a needle ball, and that's not coming off at the moment.
Beautifully done by Kessie. Gavi. Alaba was there. Now a chance for Barca to swing the pendulum back in their favour. Rafinha. Balde. Sergio Roberto. So the race is on in the corner.
I think the ball was just a little bit too straight. Balde was in again, but that's the problem Real Madrid have got down their right-hand side. They're getting overloaded, changing the play. Balde, in the end, just makes a foul. No need to foul there. Militao's got all the problems in the world. Makes it easy for Madrid, but that's where they look a little bit suspect down that right-hand side. Rodrigo is not getting back early enough, and Balde's had so much time and space on the ball.
So much is said about Gavi and Pedri that perhaps another of Barca's own homeboys, Balde, gets a little overlooked, Glenn, but he's taking giant strides, isn't he?
Yes, he has. It's good to see, you know, players improving, getting better and better. And at this side, Barcelona, you look at them at the moment, they look a real confident side. They're missing a few key players, but it doesn't matter. Kessi's come in and made a difference here in this first half. He's played well. They look a confident team. Rafinha probably has got more to show. He hasn't quite dominated like he can do. Look, he's just sloppily giving the ball away again there.
Kessie bounced off Modric. Lewandowski tried to get it to Rafinha. Camavinga won it for Real Madrid. Modric squeezes where, it's like squeezing out more out of an orange with Modric, isn't it? It's ridiculous in tight spaces.
Yeah, he's got quick feet. Doesn't matter how old he is, he won't lose his quick feet. It's maybe over the strides over sort of 15-20 yards that might go a little bit, but he's never been that type of player. He's one that uses the ball so well. They've got to get him on the ball second half a little bit more with his head up so he can play forward.
I'm told he panicked once in 2004 when he was only a kid. Don't you know who I am? We all know who he is. Little look by Gavi. Elegantly done, almost Xavi-like, if I could dare to say that.
Well, what was great about him, I was watching him there, he was looking over his shoulder. He knew exactly if the ball came that he could turn quickly, and you've got to do that. If you get yourself in those little pockets in behind what we call the number 10 position, you've got to have them wing mirrors on where you're looking always constantly behind yourself to see the spaces.
long from Courtois. Testing out Marcos Alonso, but he's standing firm. We know what a good footballer he is. Balde is behind Rafinha. Here's Frankesi. Lewandowski. Closed out by Alaba. It's decent. It's up to Benzema. Vinicius Junior joins in. Yet again, he's not going to get anything here.
And it's fabulous work from Kessie, actually. He sees a little bit of danger and he gives cover, and he gets himself in a great position and just takes the ball off Vinicius.
It's another great example of what we've heard from Guillem Balaguer and others about the way Barcelona's mindset has been altered. The switch is onto the left side again. Gavi, Balde, Lewandowski, brilliant stop, first time by Courtois, his first big save of this second leg. Gavi again. Now can Real Madrid break? Maybe they can. Vini Junior takes over, Rodrigo's to the left, Benzema's to the right. Benzema reverses it, Vinicius Junior off the line, but the ball is run in. Real Madrid score, the tie is level.
Oh, dear me. What a bit of action. 1 minute you think Barcelona have just gone 2-0 up aggregate, and suddenly at the other end they've got themselves an equaliser. What a break. That's the break they were just looking. I mean, they were on the rails, really, weren't they? They're on the ropes as such, really, in this game. They've been pinned back, just waiting for a little bit of a break, and it's wonderful play. 3v2, lovely ball, weighted, it's just onside, but what a clever little ball back there from Benzema. They managed to get back, and you think for a second, just for a second, that they've cleared it.
Glenn, let's find out whose goal it actually is here.
That's an interesting one.
Rodrigo's shot half blocked on the line. Koundé,
I think
so close to getting the job done. Of course Benzema's going to follow it in, but was it over the line?
Well, I don't think Real Madrid will be too worried about who's going to get that goal. The ball's got to be fully over. I think Benzema might. You can't see it from this angle. Looking at that, you've got to say that the centre forward has followed out like any good centre forward's reaction. Really quick. He's the first one there just to poke the ball in, and we've got a game on now.
What a dazzling passage of play both ways. A brilliant Barcelona attack, great stop from Courtois, and Real Madrid striking back as only they seem able to do on the big nights.
Well, this is it. So many times you look at them, even last year, as we said, winning the Champions League, they're out of a game, they're not playing particularly well, and suddenly they came up with a big moment, and normally it is Benzema that ends up putting the ball in the back of the net. You know, whether it was over the line or not remains to be seen, but they're well and truly back in this tie.
Rafinha played well enough to get a goal in this half, Barcelona, but they must not think about that.
Well, it was a good save from Courtois. It was a great move from Barca, and you're thinking they're going to go, you know, 2-0 up on aggregate, could be game over, but Real Madrid showed what they're all about.
We've seen what El Classico is all about in this captivating first half. Real Madrid soaked up the pressure. Barcelona looked so assured for so long, creating most of the chances. There's certainly no issue about offside on the goal, which came, as Glenn rightly said, from a great stop by Courtois. What a counter-attack, and Benzema was on hand to at least see the ball over the line after Vinicius Junior's goal-bound effort was half blocked by Jules Koundé, and a rare thing indeed over the last few weeks. Barcelona concede. We're the lucky ones, the neutrals tonight, because it's all level now. Half-time, Barcelona 0, Real Madrid 1.
the 5th time of asking of Vinicius Jr. scoring against Barcelona at the Camp Nou, and that has given Real Madrid a 1-0 lead in the second leg of this semi-final tie in the Copa del Rey. It's 1-1 on aggregate. Before the second half, there's time to remind you that early kickoff this weekend comes live from Old Trafford ahead of Man United against Everton. You can join Josh Denzel and guests as they debate all the major talking points from the Premier League and beyond. It's all set up very nicely for the second half. Michael, what do both teams do now? How do we see them approach it, do you think, in the second half?
Well, it's a fascinating game now, isn't it? Obviously, Barcelona had the slight advantage before the game, and then they were playing at home. So they would have fancied themselves to go through, but that's put the cat amongst the pigeons now. That last few seconds of the first half changed the complexion totally. And sometimes it's hard, you know, when you're actually almost defending a lead from the first leg to then change your mindset all of a sudden during the game. And from Real Madrid's point of view, it was actually an average first half until the last few minutes. But in terms of their point of view, they'll want to just keep that momentum from the last few minutes and try to go again.
Real Madrid are so annoying. They're so annoying because they didn't dominate. They didn't have too many chances, but they wait for the moment. And the moment appeared, of course.
And they are the experts in these two-legged ties. They are 1-0 up. It's 1-1 on aggregate. Let's head back for the second half to our commentary team, Glenn Hoddle, and it's back to you, Paul Dempsey.
Thanks very much, Lindsay. We've got the scenario that all neutrals would have wanted, I think. Barcelona have got to prove that the recent development in this team is sustainable. They've played a lot of very good stuff again tonight, but a real shock to the system to concede like that. They've not been as strong defensively, of course, in Europe. Manchester United, a case in point, as they have been in La Liga, but Real Madrid with the temerity to score first here tonight against a side that basically has stopped conceding goals in La Liga. Martinez Monera's patience and mettle was tested as the referee in that first half. However, he retained control, and that's to the benefit of this contest, which so often is on the edge. How could it be any other way? Glenn, with that goal coming so late especially, do you think it's changed anything that Ancelotti would have said to his Real Madrid players?
Yeah, to give them confidence and encouragement. I don't see the pattern of this game changing. I think Barcelona are still create some good opportunities, and they got themselves in great opportunities without actually hitting the target enough. But no, I think it'll be a similar style. But you can bet your bottom dollar that Real Madrid will have another 5-minute spell where they dictate and they will create a couple of chances, and obviously they'll be looking to get the second. I think that's what Ancelotti would have been saying. Let's wait our moment now. Nothing's changed. We're 1-0 up, but we're not. It's all level, and same tactics again. We'll just be nice and patient.
I don't think anything will change in terms of the appreciation for what Xavi is doing here at Barcelona if they were not to go through tonight. But it's always a game that stands on its own, and it will always leave a little bit of a shadow if it goes away from them.
Yeah, I think Barcelona have got to show some character. You know, they've had it their own way at home, and this is a little bit different for them against a very good side. They've got to show some character and some mental strength to get back in this game.
Positive here from Real Madrid. Araujo is beaten, all ends up. Koundé just about kept his body shape right. I thought he was about to turn his back on that.
That was wonderful play, wasn't it, from Vinicius? Beautiful body swerve, and he gets to the ball. He should have done better. He should have picked out a white shirt.
Valverde took a long time to get going. One or two of the others did as well, actually, for Real Madrid. But as Glenn said, once they light the wick, stand back, that 5-minute spell can often be decisive. Kroos. Not quite. For Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo was making a little darting run in Benzema's position.
There's the little step over. Beautiful bit of play, isn't it? Balance. His eyes are up. He's looking for a teammate. Just couldn't find him, could he? It was Koundé that just makes the interception.
Sergio Roberto, he's one of the two Barcelona players on yellow, incidentally, along with Gavi. And that is a little pull back by Gavi.
Yeah, got to watch themselves once you've had that yellow. Anything nowadays, and your opponents are going to be asking the referee all the time, constantly in his ear. This is second offence. Is that not a red, referee? And something off the ball here.
Militao's down.
After he's crossed the ball, he's crossed the ball, just caught Lewandowski, but it was more him than Lewandowski.
Reverse pass by Carvajal. Squeezes on here from Real Madrid. As you suggested, Glenn, they're being asked to do some defending. Barcelona. Luka Modric glides towards the penalty box. Karim Benzema! He's done it again! Ter Stegen is beaten! Real Madrid have turned it around and lead 2-1 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night. An exquisite finish from Karim Benzema, who sets records almost every week. Now right up there with Di Stefano, no less, in terms of his production of goals in League and Cup and in Europe. And in this cup tie, it's turning against Barcelona.
Well, I think one thing for sure, what Real have done, they've put more bodies up higher to press the ball, and they win the ball in a very advantageous look. Look at the white shirts that are actually press the ball, and now Modric, who hasn't been in the game, lovely bit of play, opens up, and what a pass into the back of the net. He doesn't strike it, he just passes the ball into the corner. Look, this is where they've got so many bodies forward. Modric does his bit here. There's a great run across the defence, takes him away. I think it's Vinicius, makes the run, draws that little bit of space for Benzema, and look at this, just opens his body up, doesn't go for power. It's a lovely laid-off ball from Modric, and he just passes it past Ter Stegen, and what a fabulous finish it really is. Went to the right man. Another player might have just panicked there, but you know, it's great movement from Madrid. I think it was Rodrigo that made the run across. Benzema, the right man at the right place, just to stroke the ball in the back of the net. Now Barca have got it all to do.
Benzema on 23 for this season. Balde. Cross is stopped by Carvajal. Marcos Alonso to Sergio Roberto. Watched carefully by Camavinga. Busquets tried to force the issue. Kessie trying to force the issue. Balde into the penalty box, and let's go, and it's palmed away by Thibaut Courtois. That last 5 minutes of the first half, and early in this second half, the quality's improved, the edge is there, and the goalkeepers are making big saves.
Yeah, it's a decent save. It's a good height though. Look, it's an angled shot there. Balde strikes it well. It's a lovely little height there for Courtois. He parries it away with force, and I think he tries to find Gavi on the back post, which is going to be a difficult one. There's the strike. It's a good strike, but it's right down the throat of Courtois, and he parries it away with power. Look, nowhere in the 6-yard box. That's what's so good about that. The distance he's got, the punch is excellent.
Real Madrid show their teeth. That ruthlessness which has brought them such success.
And they've certainly got their bodies up. Look at Carvajal and Camavinga. Look,
here he goes again, Glenn Carvajal.
Yeah, more advanced positions, getting white shirts further up the pitch to test this Barca defence, because first half they played in front of them most of the time. goes just a tad early, doesn't he? It's a tight one, though.
Marcos Alonso, Rafinha trying to get in behind Camavinga here. It's a good ball to him, a great take, and it's a good duel now, and Camavinga's equal to it.
Yeah, look at his teammates all going over and shaking his hand. Great defending. It's the first time we've seen Rafinha go on the outside of him. He tries to take him outside, but Camavinga enough pace. His long legs just gets that toes it for a corner. Great defending.
Went for it.
It's half a chance. That just makes a little bit of movement there in front of Benzema, gets the touch, a little bit more of a touch, and that goes in the top corner.
Rafinha again. Camavinga won't get to this. Alaba was closing him down, and Camavinga returns the high five to Alaba.
Yeah, it's so interesting. They take a short goal kick and they go long. And from going long, Courtois kicks the ball out and they win the ball, Barcelona, and they get that chance because they're so spread out. Barcelona win the ball and consequently they're in behind Real Madrid straight away, and it's strange. You've just gone 2-1 up on aggregate. Just keep the ball, get the ball in your opponent's half. Like now, they've learnt their lesson. They've gone long this time.
I think that stat tells us that Real Madrid have been slightly more efficient in front of goal. To Carvajal. Nicely done by him. Koundé. Araujo. He's got to get into top gear, and he does do so. Drives Camavinga back. Grab like that. Araujo taking on a couple more on the edge of that penalty box, and he's still got it. Araujo! What a famous goal that would have been.
And he's done so well to get in that position there. And he decides to go for the toe poke. And I think it's Kessie there? Just leaves the ball behind there, but he wins it back. There's a mess up between the two Madrid players. Look, inside there, Kessie inside him, just wants it laid across. He decides to go for the toe poke. It doesn't quite work out, does it? But if he just tucks the ball in like Benzema did, but there you go, he didn't see him at all. Kessie's in a fantastic position on the penalty spot.
A much more open affair than it was last night when Osasuna gamely hung in there away to Athletic Bilbao in that ferocious stadium, the San Mamés. Athletic Bilbao had most of the play, most of the night. But Osasuna are the ones taking notes tonight, ahead of a final. Oh, this could be the moment. It's a penalty to Real Madrid. Barcelona's defending is less than secure on this big occasion. Araujo, who very nearly scored at the other end, under pressure. Vinicius Junior teasing. Kessie lunge there, Glenn. What's your view?
Well, it's a ridiculous challenge. Look, he makes contact. He's made contact. Vinicius is going backwards as well, away from the goal. No reason to make the tackle. There's just seconds before that, he just made the contact on his toe, Kessie, and he's at full stretch, going away from the goals. You don't need to make the tackle. Stay on your feet. And just got enticed. He was shown the ball, went for it. The contact's there, and Vinicius goes down.
So Ter Stegen now a man who's been so difficult to beat in La Liga. Barcelona look to him to keep their hopes in the cup alive. Karim Benzema might have been on a hat-trick, but it's certainly his second, and Real Madrid are in danger of running away with it here.
Yeah, such a cool, calm penalty taker, isn't he? Yeah, he just steps up, full of confidence, and strokes it again, like his goal, like his first goal. He just strokes the ball, doesn't go for power, just goes for accuracy, and well, Madrid find themselves in such a strong position now.
Barcelona ask, what has hit us? It's Barca 0, Real Madrid 3. 3-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, lovely penalty. Just sends the keeper the wrong way. But you've got to say, this second half, Real Madrid have come out and they've dictated the play, like Barcelona did for the first 30 minutes of the first half. They've took the ball away from Barcelona. They've gone on the front foot. They've pressed a little bit higher. They've put more bodies when they've got the ball. They've put more bodies forward. They've got more width, and consequently, Barcelona can't live with him at the moment.
"12 points clear." Oh, we'll come back to that because it might get worse. Luka Modric, it should have been all over. Rodrigo ends up in the net, but he couldn't get the touch he needed on the ball.
But it's a dreadful pass from Alonso. Real complacency there, a sloppy pass that they give the ball away, and really should find themselves 4-0 up in this game. It's a hell of a chance. But again, they've won the ball so much higher up the pitch in the middle third, and in the attacking third, they're putting the press on, and Barca just keep giving them the ball, and they're coming back. It's the opposite to what was happening first half.
It's a power play from Real Madrid, most certainly, but Barcelona have not responded as they would have hoped. A little push off the ball again behind the referee's back, Araujo. Now the referee turned to Araujo and said, "I know what you did there." Modric, sometimes it's just glued to him, isn't it? Ridiculous. Benzema. Cross directing play so well tonight. They sense more here, Real Madrid. Araujo gets one back, and he really needed to, incidentally, on Vinicius Junior, who's had him on toast really in this second half, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he stayed on his feet this time, and he made the tackle. He was patient, looked for the mistake from Vinicius, and then takes the ball off him.
They're full of it now, Real Madrid. Barcelona not running back so hard either. They look shell-shocked here. Benzema. Balde can't get to it. Kessie couldn't get to it. They look dazzled suddenly by the white shirts gleaming in the floodlights here. I know even a phrase like that would really hurt Barcelona fans to hear, but it is the truth here, Glenn, in this second half.
They've definitely lost their way. You've got to give credit to Real Madrid. They've come out on the front foot, but Barcelona, I think, have given a little bit like maybe a boxer who's given everything in the early stages of the bout. They don't seem to have anything left at this moment in time, Barcelona. And of course, nowadays, they haven't got the little magic man that they could just give the ball and change the game for them. He's gone.
Absolutely. Might be a night to learn the lessons for the future for some of the younger players. Benzema, it was on again. It's almost a sense of inevitable doom now cascading down from the corners of this wonderful stadium. Every time Modric gets it, particularly, a sense of misgiving. From Kessie off, Ansu Fati on. That's the first change by Xavi. start him at the weekend against Elche, Ansu Fati. And of course he did get a goal, which is absolutely paramount, because if they did get one out of somewhere, Glenn, I can't see where it's going to come from at this precise moment, but if they did get one, who knows?
No, you're right, they look a little bit shell-shocked. They've got to get back on the ball again. Busquets has got to start getting them playing again. As you say, one goal and they're back in it, and it'd be a hell of a finish. But you just get that feeling that Madrid Real have just stepped up their abilities, and they've just gone for it. I think Ancelotti probably had a little bit of half a go at them, really, just to say, look, we're better than this, and let's dictate the play, and they have done. What they have got, they've got finishers. They've got finishers in the team, and no better than Benzema.
That's a defiant roar. The great anthem. But who can really get the band playing again here? Busquets, that was never on.
See how the game's got so open, isn't it? It's so evident the press in the first half. Barcelona were prepared to just sit in there and then press it a little bit deeper, but now they're getting there just too late and they're being played round.
Valverde, Benzema just stabs it out with his toe. Araujo invited to come lunging in. It is a goal kick, and the second change not long delayed by Barca. Looks like Eric Garcia. Araujo's really been under pressure, and actually more than one change now. Ferran Torres is also coming on to make 3 in quick succession for Xavi. Busquets finds the mark this time. Rafinha. That is the issue, isn't it? You're going to start to force things now, Glenn, a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's not been at it today. Rafinha, I like him as a player. He's a very dangerous player, got great ability, but from the start he's found it very difficult, even when Barca were on top. He hasn't been at it today. I think he's just been substituted. Alonso's just gone off.
He too looked rather rattled suddenly, Alonso, as elegant a footballer as he is, but then this is Real Madrid, they can do that to you. Three league goals for Ferran Torres. And they need one here. Lewandowski backpedaling, got the tiniest of touches. Balde's shot's blocked down, and look at Eder Militao celebrating the block. Kroos got a touch. Rodrigo did well. Vinicius Junior trying to drive forward. Benzema's just on his heels there. There is time for Barcelona to rouse themselves, but they need to be accurate when they go forward.
Yeah, Koundé gets to the byline. Lewandowski goes to that near post. He darts to that near post, and not on the same page, I'm afraid. Koundé looks to go back post. This is the chance. The first touch there was just too far from, I think it was Torres there, and half a chance, but they've got to take them chances. He was in a good position there. If his touch is right, he can smash that across into the far corner.
A miscue by Carvajal. He's pretty cool, this Camavinga, isn't he?
Been very impressed with him in that left back position. We know he can use the ball, but he's defended really well.
Foul on Busquets, acknowledged by Modric. They do know each other pretty well at this stage, those two, don't they?
Played against each other enough, haven't they? Yeah, it's a foul, and Modric comes in and just takes his leg away. position now for Barcelona. If they can deliver that ball in and around that penalty, in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box, and get the timing of the run right, is where they might put themselves back in the game.
Araujo had to wait for it too long.
Yeah, it was a poor ball, wasn't it? Not whipped in with any pace, just a floaty ball.
Building up to a huge weekend of football and other live sport on BT Sport. Match day 29 in Serie A gets underway on Good Friday afternoon with Inter against Salernitana, and it will continue right through the weekend, of course. Manchester United in the Premier League at home to Everton on Saturday morning, 11:30 a.m. on BT Sport 1. Ansu Fati. Next for Barcelona is a home game against Girona. No foul. Either way, actually.
Yeah, either one could have been given, couldn't they? Both of them.
Sergio Roberto stopped on the edge of the box by Militao. That one's a foul.
And Gavi just comes there, pushes him with his elbow. Really, he's got to watch himself. Obviously, he's been booked. He's on a yellow. He's got to keep his head. He's only 18 years of age. And somebody like Busquets has got to be talking to him constantly and just reminding him, stay on your feet. You've got to get a goal back rather than a player sent off.
I know it's slipping away from Xavi at this precise moment, this game. There is still time for Barcelona. Carvajal runs away like the fellow's not got a care in the world, but I think the yellow card is for him.
Yeah, knew exactly what he was doing. Bought some time for his team to get back behind the ball and just takes Baldi out. Knows exactly with his experience. There's a break on. Boom, there you go. Take that, and we'll have the free kick, and I'll take the yellow.
Torres again. That's too easy, really. Courtois loves that.
Yeah, again, another example of a free kick that's just been floated in there. You've got to put him in there with a bit of pace, a bit of whip. It was too easy for Courtois, as you say, Paul. You just come out and pluck it.
Militao is rolling around.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a sandwich. He gets caught in between his keeper and Roja.
Should we remind him that it's Chelsea next week? Do you think? You're not allowed to be injured. No days off at this time of the year.
No. They've got a big game, haven't they? Massive game against Chelsea, and but this is on the forefront of their minds at this moment in time. 3-0 up. They've got to make sure they don't concede and see this game out.
BT Sport with all the big games in the UEFA Champions League and the other competitions coming up. The quarter-final round, Manchester City Bayern on Tuesday. That's on BT Sport 1. And it is Real Madrid against Chelsea on Wednesday of next week. Now, a few objects are being thrown onto the field, and the referee is now asking for an announcement to be made. Not helping Barcelona's cause any. Please desist. Here it is. Asensio's come on meantime during the lull in proceedings. He started one cup tie this season away to Cafereño early in January. There's another giveaway by Barca. Garcia back to his goalkeeper, and again Ter Stegen less than secure. Benzema, Modric, the exuberant confidence has left the building at the moment here behind this Barcelona new project. It's becoming very patchy, this performance. Lots and lots of mistakes.
Yeah, they can't get any pattern of play, can they, going Barcelona this second half? It's totally Jekyll and Hyde from the first half. It really is. And Real Madrid are just gaining in confidence. They're playing. They've been given a little bit more time. I think it's Torres here who just comes in a bit late, pushes away. Is there a booking? I don't know if he got booked there. But they've got to concentrate on getting a goal back and then making this a really difficult ending for Real Madrid. But at the moment, Real Madrid are just cruising. Got a lot of time on the ball, time to pass and just dictate the play.
It's not the impact that Ferran Torres was hoping to make in this game tonight. Missed by Araujo, missed by everybody for Barca. Militao heads it down, Asensio. Oh, what a miss that is. He knows Benzema. That was it for the hat-trick. Barcelona have clocked off altogether across that back line. Who would have thought?
Well, Koundé just slipped, I think. The ball's coming in and you'd think he's going to clear it with his head here. Look, Asensio just plays it in. He slips, his left foot slips, and you're just thinking the ball's going to rattle the net. Benzema just pulls it, just drags it a little bit. But what a chance to get your hat. And
you know what, Glenn? For the second goal, that's exactly what happened as well with Koundé. In more or less the same position. He just couldn't adjust his body in time.
Yeah, I think he's, I don't know what studs he's wearing. I don't know if there's a bit of night dew coming down, but he slips, his studs go, and it's just enough to give that chance. And Benzema slamming the floor. He wanted that hat-trick.
Here they come again. It may only be on delay, the hat-trick. Asensio, and it's turned around the post. Good save by Ter Stegen, but Real Madrid are rolling forward unstoppably.
Yeah, they give the ball away again, Barcelona. They just break so quickly, and it's a really good save this time. He's made a couple of really poor clearances, Ter Stegen, but he makes up for it there. This is a first-time ball. He's onside, takes it first time, beautifully curled, and it is a good save because it's almost behind him when he actually gets a fingertip to it.
Toni Kroos takes the corner. In any rebuild, it's not going to be a straight path back to the top. Barcelona knew that. Xavi knew it when he took the job on. He celebrated his 50th win as Barca boss on Sunday. Lewandowski, who's gone out of the game almost completely in this second half, and now he's getting very frustrated.
The referee's deemed that he's gone in with an elbow, and if he's seen that, he's offered him up a yellow card, surely, but I don't know, I think he just jumps for the ball. Let's have a look. The ball's come in, he's got a run on Militao, he goes up. Well, he doesn't play the ball, it's a foul, but I don't think he used his elbow there. He just got above the defender. Didn't get anything on the ball.
Heading into the last 10 minutes, if Real Madrid know how to do one thing, it's how to manage their way to victory. And they're doing precisely that. There's no inspirational individual superstar in this Barca lineup at the moment. The collective has improved so much. But now it's going to take something truly exceptional from somebody. How easy they are making it look on the scoreboard and on the field, Real Madrid. Options both sides again. Here comes Benzema. That will be his hat-trick. Magnificent. Karim Benzema stealing the show here tonight. And Real Madrid lead 4-0 here away to Barcelona. The job is done. 4-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, they hit on the counter again. They've done it all evening. It was an easy go. It looks easy, but at the end of the day, I think they end up with a 3v2. And you just watch Benzema's run. He's nice and patient. Just comes away from the play. He knows the situation very quickly. 3v2. I think it's Vinicius, is it, that attacks the middle of the two centre backs to draw them together. And wow, he just takes it so easy. Ter Stegen can't do it here. Vinicius, this is key. He goes in between the two centre backs, so he's got options left and right. And that's the problem. Lovely little bit of skill, and what a finish. So calm, the right man in the right spot yet again. Just a little clip ball. Again, passes the ball. He's scored a hat-trick in every single one inside the right foot, just passing the ball into the net. You don't have to find the power and thump it hard. You're in control that way. Look, smothers the ball, just knocks it past the keeper and gets his hat-trick. This has been a masterclass this second half from Real Madrid.
20+ goals in 11 seasons at Real Madrid for Karim Benzema. Alfredo Di Stefano managed the same thing. The frustration is too much for many in this crowd to bear. Clearly, there's another interruption, another announcement, but no hiding place tonight for Barca. Really something to surpass the man who was the greatest of the greats for so long, Di Stefano, but that is Benzema's level of achievement. Only crumbs of comfort left for Barcelona now. Balde.
bit disjointed, don't they, Barcelona? That feel of, you know, they know the game's over. They give it their best shot in the first half, and they had some good opportunities. So this game has swung right the way round, but the experience of Real Madrid, of what they've done in Champions League and in big games, it's been excellent, really, what they've done. They really have grown in this game, and now they've taken over the ball, they've taken over defending, everything, pressing, all the things we didn't see in the first half, actually.
Panic, do they, when they're under pressure? So the ideal scenario now for Ancelotti. Vinicius Junior's led away by Kroos, Valverde and Araujo.
And they're having verbals here. I think he's going off anyway, Vinicius. Being substituted, but he takes the push, goes to the ground, just causing himself problems. He doesn't need that.
Valverde may have been saying to his international teammate there, Araujo, just don't make it any worse for yourself.
Benzema stepped in here, look, put his arm around him, just say, get yourself off. We're winning this game 4-0, by the way. Is he giving him the second yellow?
Well, he might get one.
Well, he's gone to he's getting something out of his pocket there. It's,
So we have found one culprit, and his name is David Alaba, the normally mild-mannered Alaba. Balde also. Surely not him. Surely not. All very unnecessary. Nacho, Tchouaméni are set to come on. Modric magnificent as usual. What a place and what a player to learn from for Tchouaméni over the next year or two. And what a compliment to him that they think he could become a Modric in time. Benzema insatiable in his search for goals. He's staying out there. Ceballos for Vinicius Junior. Forlorn cries all around the stadium from the Barcelona supporters. It's one-way traffic, and there's only one team that looks like scoring a goal even now. No way for Balde. That is a free kick. Ansu Fati on the end of it. Earlier tonight we flagged up the possibility of a yellow card for Eder Militao. He's probably done pretty well to last until the 87th minute to get it.
Well, he wasn't in the right position to make the tackle. He's playing catch-up. He's behind the ball. He's not, he's not in a really comfortable position. Look, he's chasing. He's playing catch-up, trying to win it from there. Carvajal's faced up. It's not like he's through on goals and he has to make that rash tackle. And Fati goes down, rightly so, takes the knock, and Militao in the book. I've lost track of how many people have been booked tonight. It was always going to be that sort of way, wasn't it? You could sense it after 20 minutes, but no one's been given a red at this moment in time.
Now Benzema makes his exit for Nacho. peerless master of his craft. Camavinga's header. Busquets, Camavinga again. And if Real Madrid feel the need, they can go forward and get more here, I reckon.
Just see Camavinga there going into that central midfield position that he's used to, but I thought he was excellent in that left-back position. Obviously Nacho's come in to play that role now, and they're going to be nice and solid as a back four and have his energy in midfield now, Camavinga.
Garcia. Araujo, not quite for him. That's Nacho doing what he's been doing for a very long time. Cries of triumph from the Real Madrid supporters. High on the upper decks. They know the job is done. A blank so far for Lewandowski tonight. Only 2 behind Sami Eto'o, incidentally. It's his cross, and it's catching practice for Courtois. High hopes tonight, I think, given the run that they've been on, that Lewandowski might emulate Sami Eto'o, who got 29 in his first season at Barcelona. Lewandowski started the night 2 behind that.
Yeah, just looking at him, he has to do a lot more work outside the penalty area than he had to, certainly at Bayern. And I think that you know, he's not getting in those positions, and he's still scored lots of goals this season for sure, but I think you could even get more out of him if he stays inside the lines of the 18-yard box. And when you do get crosses in, you need him in the penalty spot area, and that hasn't happened so many times tonight.
Now Camavinga's joining in the fun going forward. Asensio goes on, he's hauled to the ground.
Another yellow card for Sufati, and rightly so. He's had to bring him down because they were breaking again. Could have been really embarrassing for them, but he did the right thing for his team. Had to do it.
Bit of keep ball will do. They've certainly got the players to do that. Asensio, might be time for just 1 or 2 little final flourishes. Vast majority have stayed to the bitter end tonight, and it is a bitter end for Barcelona. They've been rebuilding very impressively, but tonight they have been pulled down brick by brick.
In many ways, it's a crushing blow to lose to your main rivals, Real Madrid, but they'll probably learn a lot from this. Xavi and his players and the team will learn a hell of a lot from the defeat. It might help them in the long run.
Glenn, thank you very much indeed. Real Madrid was certainly made to work here tonight by Barcelona for the first half hour or so, but the old masters made it look so easy once they levelled the tie on aggregate. The difference between the sides in La Liga, 12 points. It did not show tonight in this eternal rivalry where every meeting is played like it's the last they'll ever have. It is the last in the old wondrous arena here, of course. Very satisfying for Real Madrid that it goes their way. The dream of the double this season in Spain for Barcelona dies with this heavy defeat tonight. Real Madrid reach the Copa del Rey final for the 40th time, and they will now meet Osasuna. What a victory for them tonight. What a victory for Ancelotti and his players. Old masters, new talents, nerve, class, and that cutting edge, that ruthless edge, all too much for Barcelona. The result on the night, Barca 0, Real Madrid 4, and 4-1 winners on aggregate, Real Madrid. Lindsay.
Thank you very much to Paul and to Glenn. Yes, Real Madrid hungry for some payback, and they have got it tonight at Camp Nou with that 4-0 win, knocking Barca out to reach the Copa del Rey final. Such an important win as well. It prevents Barca from winning 4 El Clasicos in a row and gives them a chance of lifting some domestic silverware this season. Michael, just what is it about Real Madrid in these two-legged cup ties?
Yeah, what is it about them at this time of the year? Big games, they're big game players, got the experience, got the know-how, both the players, the manager, the whole club really is just built for nights like this, built for silverware, and that was very, very impressive, and not just a message to send to Barcelona, but a message to send to the rest of Europe, I think.